Hey, hey, YouTube! We are back with episode 6 of our SFO Grimhammer 2 campaign here, playing as Luthor Harkon, leading the Awakened.
Curse my crowded
So,
psyche.
let's see, we
I have sailed the
just
world. The
moved
poor restless.
Jesse over here over to Zautek to kind of counter
No
this
way.
incoming Empire army. And we're also going to be
Crazy.
moving Luthor Harkon into the Dark Elf home turf to start raiding a little bit. Hopefully they'll be distracted by the High Elves and not send too much our way. Let's see, where are they? They're heading. Yeah, they're heading for the. Oh, that's probably the best for us right there. Okay, so they've moved down south. Really good. They won't have that artillery support. Looks like, oh, they're still going to come in for the attack, aren't they? Yep, okay. Alright, so our biggest threats, let's see what we have to deal with. So we're not getting much for reinforcements. Let's see, they probably outrange our, yeah, so we don't have the gunnery white to increase their range at all, and our infantry are definitely going to be outclassed by their infantry. So we're going to have to rely on the guns, the bloated corpses, and all of our artillery to get in early damage. These pistoliers are going to be something that's causing us a lot of problems as well. Let's see, the map was going to give us... Map's not the worst, not the best, but not the worst. And we also have that Winds of Pain event that just happened in the last episode, so that's going to give us a boost to our spellcaster, which is really good. And since he's got Arcane Conduit, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Of course, that being said, we've got two heavy range single target destroyers over here, so we're going to have to be very careful with our pirate, since they can deal a lot of damage to us. So let's go give this one a try. It's really going to suck if we lose this fight, so we're going to do our best here to not... We're probably going to have to focus our guns a lot on Marcus and the other hero, Hertwig, because they're going to be some of our biggest threat. The bloated corpses will be able to take out a lot of their infantry. Oh, we got another really short map. This is really bad for us. Okay. Actually, it's not bad. We can start with our guns immediately focusing down. Let's see, where is Hartwig? So we can start with our guns focusing down Hartwig von Howe. Right. And there's like a post, like a statue or something right here. So that's...
Gunnery mob.
So we can actually have our head pirate here.
Yeah.
So let's see, if we start our mob lurching forward from here, because this is our home. That'll actually put their units in a line for us.
Corpse crew. Powder wet. Gunnery mob.
I'm gonna put these guys over here hiding just in case so that we can
Aye.
make sure that our artillery is protected. We're gonna have this guy come over here and kind of we want him to use this, the Van Geist Revenge, really quick. So that'll be useful. We can start these guns firing immediately on Hertwig. Hopefully they can kill him quick. To see if those guys can help out. Bloated corpse over here. Bloated corpse over here. Bloated corpse over here. We'll have to see where we can send those for some good targets. So let's just make sure all of our guns, focusing on Hartwig. You need to get up there, be able to cast. You go around that way, you go around that way. You two come over here, no running. All of our guns, no running. You can try to hit that, you can focus that, you can focus that. Okay.
Admiral!
Okay, so let's go with a Van Geist's Revenge. Increasing armor piercing damage. Let's throw you down this way. I believe that does a lot of damage to them right there. Oh, wow. Oh, that just ruined most of their line right there. That's amazing.
They shall fall!
Oh, that is the power of the Lord of the Deep right there.
Dog heck! Admiral!
Dickhead!
Move, you dogs! Aye, aye! Powers
Let's
of
go
the
ahead and
dead!
summon some guys.
Corkscrew!
Of course, the bats can't even take out a single unit. Why would they be able to take out a single unit?
With haste! Fleet Admiral! I'll cut them! Fleet Admiral! Right! Get going! Fleet Admiral! By your word!
Let's see, that's not going so bad. Hopefully they don't deteriorate too quickly.
Enemies, wail! Arise to my dominion! Die! Don't stop! Always crew! Eager to kill! Move, you dogs!
Some arcane conduit up.
Magic!
So the handgunners kind of only work when they have a gun line to stand in.
With haste!
When they don't, they're a little bit more difficult to
A curse
just
on
give
you!
these guys some more ammo, or some more accuracy rather, so they stop missing so hard.
No quarter!
Okay, so we managed to push back the Empire, that's pretty good. We'll end it there. Pyrrhic victory, better than a valiant defeat. One of our... So I think he clipped a unit of already running spearmen, so it's not surprising that he didn't get much value, but wow, that Vangeist Revenge off of our Fleet Admiral, that was just amazing. That decimated them, that really kind of won us the battle right there. They probably took out most of these guys. So that was really, really ridiculously good. Perfect, near perfect cast, I think. I'm sure that I got a little, I got tagged by a few guys here, but that's not the worst. Let's go with, we really need that treasury. With the Helm of Discord, nice. He got the trait from Marcus Wolfhart 2 now, so he's got increased ranged abilities now. So what I think we'll do with him is we'll probably have him raise some dead, since now we have a big pool of dead men here, so we can cobble together a few things. The Narcissist, ooh, so Luthor Harkon's personality changed to the Narcissist, which gives us access to the Vangeist Revenge. Awesome. The Savage Blow. Many conflicts are won or lost on the strength of the first vicious charge. Men are sent flying from the battlefield, often in pieces, even before the savagery of melee begins. A well-timed charge shatters enemy morale as well as bodies. Blood and sweat may coat the victors, but victory is always painted in colors such as these. Those at the head of the charge seek ever greater thrills, ever more bloodshed. As the battles become bigger, the body count grows higher, and the trickles of blood become ever-flowing rivers of red. Okay, so Savage Blow, get some charge. Not great for us.
Luthor Harkon.
Let's go ahead and wander
Seaborn death.
wander into their territory a little bit.
More for me.
Do some raiding.
Admiral of the fleet, it is your
So for
decision.
you, let's put you on a rotting Promethean. That'll allow you to kind of get higher up, get some more defensive capabilities, and allow your ranged attack to be a bit more useful. Let's see what we can get from our raised dead. Let's throw a few more of these guys. One of those.
Land folk are weak.
One of those. Looks like it's going to call us a close victory. We'll auto-resolve
Time
that real
to
quick.
tend the cattle.
Nice.
Gold for prisoners.
Ransom the captives back.
The galleon awaits.
Go ahead and go stand over here to
I have
replenish some of our
sailed the world.
troops. So that's probably going to revolt soon. Perfectly fine.
Undead pirates.
So, oh, Pirate King, there we go. That'll decrease our upkeep. Right, we never actually...
Master.
You know what? Let's save up a bit of money.
My ocean.
Got the deck gunners now. They should be dealing massive amounts of damage. We could build up. Nah, let's just hold off. Let's hold off. I know we're pirates, but let's not get too greedy with it. So he might go after the Star Tower. No, he's going to head back to the marks of the old ones. So the High Elves are still keeping the Dark Elves a bit distracted, which is fine. I think what's going to have to happen, though... Let's see, they're raiding the creeping jungle of Tlaxtlan. I almost want them to take it so that we can bombard it, but we don't have Luthor's army anymore, so Luthor's army was really good against sieges because he's got a lot of those carronades. But essentially our auxiliary force that we have doesn't have very much of that. Shipping ledger. We've acquired a ledger covering much of the recently raided area, filled with useful information about shipping routes and cargo inventories. Two targets appear particularly vulnerable, yet strangely they're undefended. There is only time to pursue one of them. Which should we target? Let's go definitely the merchant vessel. Forget the transport ship. We don't really need casualty replenishment too much. Okay, so quest for Slan Gold. Luthor has been looking for a way to restore his connection to the winds of magic for decades. Many years ago, he disturbed an ancient chamber sealed with some powerful glyphs, which retaliated by draining away his powers. In addition to losing his spellcasting abilities, his mind was shattered into a dozen different facets, which left him teetering on the brink of insanity. Well aware of his mental instabilities, Luthor realizes he can no longer risk losing control at a critical moment, for if a weaker personality were to take over during a fight, it could mean the difference between victory and defeat. At the very worst, such a situation could be his very undoing. He decides he needs a capable first mate to take the command of his undead crewmen should he falter in an inconvenient time, or at an inconvenient time. So, okay. There's going to be a rebellion at the creeping jungle. So we completed that just by having the vampire fleet captain embedded already in Luthor's army, so that's good. So now the quest for Slan Gold. With control over his undead crew better asserted, Luthor decides to step up his efforts to repair his damaged psyche. He does not know for sure what, but thinks it likely that the glyphs which drained his powers and shattered his mind all those years ago were of slan origin. In a moment of manic realization, Luthor concludes that the best chance he has to undo his impairments is to find powerful artifacts from the same source. The Slan, a powerful species of lizardmen with an unparalleled mastery over the sorcerous arts, are known to use many enchanted totems and trinkets of gold to serve their indecipherable purposes. The best chance to find one is to search the most ancient ruins of the long abandoned cities and towns of Lustria and beyond, where the Slan are most likely to have left their mark. It may be a long shot, but one that Luthor is desperate enough to take. So now I have to search a ruined settlement for treasure. And we got the Talisman of Preservation out of that last quest.
Curse my
So, let's
psyche.
take a look here. Not anything crazy. This might be the only thing that would cause us much trouble.
Noble of Nagaroth.
So it might be a good idea to actually attack first.
Admiral
Here.
of the fleet.
So we're also we're also being raided over here.
Undead raiders. Serve for eternity.
Let's see. Let's give Chakwa some growth in the Awakening. Let's get the Mangrove of Monsters to kind of give us the ability to choose between Rotting Prometheans and Mournghouls. And let's upgrade this to get another Gunnery White so we can put that in our Auxiliary Forces army eventually. And let's leave that alone for now.
Darkness comes.
Let's put some bats, some more guns. Let's actually combine a few of these so that we can fully...
On the double.
Let's shamble over here.
Sea Dog.
Keep an eye on Talaxtlan.
My madness is not weakness. Back to your ranks.
Chosen of Hecate, what is your dark purpose? Mother of the Dark Convent.
So they have some dark shards, some crossbows.
Supreme Sorceress of Gron.
I don't think it's impossible to take them
Souls
out.
are booty.
Will Mathland spare me from these zombie pirates littering the seas?
It probably seems like a crazy idea. Let's do it.
I am the Pirate King.
I don't think they would have had time to build up too much. Auto Resolve loses some guns. Let's see what the map looks like a little bit. Okay, that's a raised. They're probably going to be coming from this way. Yeah, this should be good. This should be very good for us. We should be in a good way. The Queen Bess is going to be dealing a lot of damage. We can put that all the way in the back and shoot them from very far away with devastating consequences here. We can put these deck gunners. That's a lot of winds of magic to start with. So the Queen Bess. Yeah, see, it already reaches way out there. So if we take a look at this cannon, this is a ridiculous cannon. So it's going to be doing really, really, it's going to be dealing a crazy amount of damage. So we can put this all the way in the back, and it still manages to reach. So this is going to be really good. Let's put our carronades. Let's see here. If we put them. Let's spread them out a little bit. Let's put some carronades here. carronades here. Honestly, I'd like to have all our carronades firing at once.
Up on deck!
Sea prey.
Aye!
I put them kind of in front of the Queen Bess, but there's a bit of a hill. It's a little bit awkward, but it should be okay. Our gunners have ridiculous range. Put them up on that hill.
On deck!
Gunners.
Bones and flesh! And blubber!
And we'll throw... Just a couple of these there.
Zombies!
Just make sure nobody runs and that nobody goes chasing.
Always cruel!
What do we have left?
Shake hands.
They are lambs!
That'll work.
Master of the grave ship!
From salt. Always crew.
Let's see if we can see. Oh, so that was the Queen Bess right there. It missed, but wow, it's devastating. So let's disrupt this a little bit because we want this to stop firing so much.
Captain! Sea prey!
Let's shoot down that feral manticore.
Outer west.
The Pirate King!
We're
Good!
running Luthor.
Fleet captain!
Aye!
throw a little Vangeist Revenge over there. We've also got the Queen Bess firing over there, which is just going to be nuts.
Pistols out! Forward, sir!
So we lost some of our handguns, but these deck gunners just outperformed them by miles. And then the Queen Bess is just doing ridiculous work right there. So what actually I'm going to try to do is show something. Right before it hits, I'm going to try to pause because I want you guys to see this. So Queen Bess is actually firing gunpowder barrels at the enemy units. So let's take a look how that goes for them. So it explodes and then causes multiple more explosions. Huge damage, absolutely huge damage. So they're actually out of the range of Queen Bess. Damage to them. So we lost our scurvy dogs, not the biggest deal in the world. We'll be able to revive a lot more of our deckhands. But our artillery lines, our gun lines, they did the brunt of the work. They could hardly touch us. The most of what they did was where we sort of did to ourselves and or where they managed to get around our lines a little bit. Which isn't going to be as much of a problem once our gun lines are a lot more stable, a lot sturdier, and once we get the boarding crew.
It was never in doubt.
So there's not much need to establish Park over Sack. So I guess we'll occupy.
Rose.
And then we can use this opportunity to revive some more deckhands to our crew.
Miles warn of mutiny.
And we will go ahead and improve the Wind of Death so there's less chance for it to miscast. So back over to this guy.
Admiral of the fleet.
We just moved him, so we can't really move him yet. So let's go with supernatural horror. That'll allow him to cause terror as well. Break the enemies a lot faster. And then we'll pass. And then we're waiting for the next thing. So the High Elves are going to like us now that we're attacking the Dark Elves. So that'll be useful. He's still raiding Talax's land. We'll have to have our other vampire pirate go deal with that. While Luthor starts raiding on the Dark Elves a little bit. Okay. Okay, an ocean of opportunities. Conversations with several captured admirals have brought information to light regarding several potential targets. We'll only have time to strike one, however, so must choose wisely. Which convoy should we attack? The Bretonnians for medium reward, Dark Elf Slavers for high reward, Exotic Good Haulers for high reward, or Norskin Raiders. I think the Exotic Goods, I think that's usually a challenge completed. These here are no fools. So the Exotic Goods are usually an empire. So it would appear with some enterprising fellows from the New World have decided to risk it all against the elements, and of course ourselves, who surely have nothing left to lose anyway. It's looking pretty like that Sartosa is their destination. Pretty likely that Sartosa is their destination, though they're well protected. Taking their cargo as our prize presents an opportunity we daren't pass up. So what they'll eventually gonna pass by us here and go towards Sartosa, which I think is, it's not over here. I think it's, yeah, it's over here. So they'll pass by us eventually, so at some point we'll have to go in that direction to try to take them out.
There is little honor.
Now let's throw some ammunition so that we can keep shooting with the Queen Bess really well. And let's go over to Jesse first. Take a look at...
All of aboard! Vampire of the waves.
Okay, we
Not
found...
possible!
believe that's the guy raiding. Yep.
Ahoy! Lord of the seas and night.
So let's hide our guy here. Get some more deckhands. That'll be a revolt, but it'll be fine.
Undead pirates! It is time.
Let's go see what we can manage in the Star Tower real quick. So valiant defeat, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I suppose the issue is that they have the Kane's Lash, which can deal a lot of damage to a single target, which ridiculously good against artillery pieces, which we have a lot of. We're definitely not going to be able to move our artillery pieces out of the way. I think they have 3 charges of Kane's Lash, which is probably going to be enough to get rid of the Queen Bess. Calls down 1 projectile, dealing 1,000 points of damage and 50 explosive damage. Okay, so it can't destroy a Queen Bess outright, but I'm pretty sure it'll be able to destroy at least some carronades, which is really going to suck. Magical home missile, small strike area. Yeah, that's really going to suck for us. Let's... Super not auto-resolve, that's most of our units gone. Let's continue the siege and go see what the other... He was waiting in ambush.
A welcome tide.
So because this is close enough to bombard the Star Tower, that's where they're getting that from.
Definitely not.
Which is really unfortunate for us.
No.
But I think... Actually, we can move this guy to produce some upkeep for the Fleet Sentry. Eventually we'll move him to Fleet Enforcer, but for now Fleet Sentry to get some upkeep reduction.
Lives for the looting.
This seems like a crazy plan. You know, let's break siege. I think it'd probably end up badly for us to attempt that. So let's instead dig for
There
treasure
is
pointless.
no stopping me.
Lee? There was treasure? Oh, that's right! The Star Tower did have some treasure. I totally forgot about that. Okay, so we managed to find another treasure map. Let's see. Way up here in Norska, looks like down here, and deep in Lustria. That's kind of... some more Bretonia. That's definitely the Maelstrom. It's Bretonia again. And the faraway land. Let's not go over that way. So, 2 more levels and I've got my Death Shriek. Let's go with Black Powder Overload.
Bolster the galleon.
And hopefully they don't attack us. They might, honestly. They might.
Ill considered.
Since I'm out of range, they might just come out and try to attack me.
Ocean.
That's kind of okay with me. I don't mind that too much. Let's work our way towards boarding crew because I'm really curious about that. And let's go ahead and let's give ourselves the Great Cabin to give us that additional upkeep reduction. Let's end the turn there. See what the Dark Elves are thinking. Yeah, so they're going to attack us. This is actually a little bit better for us because they don't have those bombardment spells that would do a lot of damage, but they do have a very wide and that rise. If we put our units way back here to be shooting at them, that rise is actually going to cause us some problems. Let's see, this is a regular Dreadlord. We've got some horsemen. Got a lot of horses. A lot of horses. Let's retreat.
Retreat!
Probably won't come after us, no. And what we'll do instead is we're going to lie in ambush. Of course, they come after me here. I don't have the guns nearly enough to be able to take them out, so I'm just going to auto-res. Wow, that's a lot of swordsmen.
Fray comes. Fight!
We're not going to repair Temple of Telaklan. That'll force them to have to pay some gold if they want to revive it. Looks like we're going to have to go after the Empire. This war with the Dark Elves may have been a bit ill-conceived, but we'll do what we can here. Oh, there's our rebellion.
Serve for eternity. Attack!
So let's go back and deal with that rebellion real quick.
The lust is upon me. Let's fight! Exchange them for plunder.
Got some captives.
Blood and plunder. The galleon awaits!
Might be okay to lose the Northern Great Jungle.
My mind rages. Found the way.
Walk back for a minute.
A deathly surprise.
They'll go after that and we'll have an easier time attacking the Star Tower. Don't have the money to fix that, so we'll leave it be.
Undead raiders.
And they're too cowardly to want to come and attempt to even, well, they don't have the units, so it's less cowardly and more just, you know, self-preservation instinct at that point. Looks like the Dark Elves didn't come for us. Looks like they're attacking over here.
Infamy.
Looks like they lost all their ranged units, but they kept their great swords. Oh. The Hunt Marshal is coming in with force. Okay, so Hunt Marshal. So
I have sailed the world.
we're gonna go over here and we're gonna attempt an ambush.
Wailing.
Because one will probably go back to the Temple of Talaklan and then one will come at me
Absolutely not.
to see which one decides to do what.
King of the Vampire Coast.
My ambush wasn't foiled, they
As
just
you
didn't take the
were.
bait.
The land is easy.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with damaged buildings right now. Okay, looks like the Blessed Dread's taking the bait. Successfully ambushed them,
Thread in, you dregs!
blow them to bits, and
More
heal my
husks for my
units.
crew.
They'll probably send... Yeah, looks like they're sending an army. I don't think they'll make it all the way to Star Tower, though. Yeah, that looks like they're trying to distract me by going after the Blood Swamps, but I'll be able to take that back if they try to take it. And... darn, I was hoping that they would force march their way up there. Looks like they're running? Why would they be running? Probably in an attempt to pull me over to them. I think I just have to let Talaxtlan go and focus on keeping this province safe for now. That's probably the best way to deal with that, honestly.
My skills increase.
So, salvage supplies. Our cargo hold has sprung a
True
leak.
queen of the sea.
Thank you for letting me know. Our cargo hold has sprung a leak. Some of the booty was already been damaged, and our weapons and armor are now at risk too. There's only so much space above deck, however, so which supplies should we try to save whilst the ship is being repaired? I'm going to definitely salvage the armor because the weapon strength of my infantry is basically unimportant. I want to make sure that they are creeping jungle. Yeah, I do not care.
We should act now.
Let's go ahead and throw... I suppose we eventually want lightning strike on this guy as well, so let's start moving in that direction. Actually, yeah, that's going to be useful. Lightning strike.
The crew are restless.
Let's go take Zautek back.
Pistols and cutlasses ready. Don't mind us. Where to?
Let's repair the Temple of Talenkan, and
Harkon rolls.
Harkon's gonna
I
start.
smell a defector.
Harkon's gonna start heading back to take that, but let's do Gaze of Nagash first.
My mind's warm of
And
mutiny.
let's increase the ammo capacity of our artillery pieces.
I'm getting twitchy.
They'll probably...
Make
well,
these
they will what they
quick.
will. I think they'll probably have access to that. Yeah. but they have a lot fewer units than us, so it's not going to be as bad as it could be. Let's go ahead and get into this fight real quick. And we'll do the same thing as last time. We'll set up our artillery pieces and our guns far enough back so that the towers can't get at us, and we'll use our artillery pieces to destroy the towers, gates, and some walls, while the artillery, or rather, while the guns kind of wait in the back. I'm actually curious to see what happens right there, because they're just kind of like hanging out inside a tent. I wonder if that'll block shots.
Corpse crew.
And Queen Bess, I'm going to put way in the back. Queen Bess can pretty much see most of the map. We'll put it a little bit closer. So let's not put her on fire. Let's put these on that. We'll throw these guys here in case they decide, but let's not have them fire at will just yet. We'll put the gunnery mobs over here. Might have to back them up a little bit. We'll put the zombies, actually we'll put like half of them here and the other half here, so a little bit more spread out.
Luthor Harkon!
Who's next?
Luthor Harkon!
Okay, let's have you fire at that one. You fire at that one. You fire here. And you fire there. Oh, that's funny. So it had to like destroy the tent to be able to fire. And let's have Queen Bess shoot at this. Shoot one bolt and see how that goes. So not as devastating as we would like. Okay, so we'll just leave that alone for now. Not as much as it does to the Empire, since they have a lot more armor than the Empire. Not surprising. Alright, we already got a couple of... Oh, we got 3 towers decimated. Oh. You know, I forgot to tell them. No firing at will. If I don't tell you to shoot something, don't shoot. So you fire there, you fire there, you fire... the gatehouse. Actually, you shoot the gatehouse too. I wonder if we can take down that gatehouse completely.
Undead.
If those horsemen will know well, good enough to actually shift over. Nope. Oh, that's gonna miss wide. So what I'm doing here is taking single shots with Queen Bess and telling her to stop. The reason is that's, I want her to take one shot at a time. That way these guys will stop moving and it'll give me the best shot. Replenish Queen Bess's ammo, just keep decimating them. So they're definitely doing the right thing in this scenario in that they're not trying to engage.
Luthor Harkon! Covering ground!
Midnight Raider!
Luthor Harkon! We hear you!
Get me cloak! Down the car! Fleet Captain! Forward dead!
Honestly, I'm just kind of waiting for the what's it called? For the
On way! We will kill! By all means! So be it!
I'm kind of just waiting for the inevitable army losses at this point, since I've basically routed all of their troops off the field.
I will end! On my word!
Fleet Captain!
Don't know if this is going to work. I have a feeling it'll bounce off.
Slash! Cut!
Yep. There it goes.
Immediately!
I smell blood! Enemy mages!
My cutlass, sir! Move!
Their time is up! Do it!
Alright, there we go. Took some time, but we got there. Mostly done by the Queen Bess, which, yeah, that is the size of it. So we had a lot also doing from the army abilities from Luthor Harkon, but I don't think those kills count towards his Luthor Harkon himself. So that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll wait for that to load.
The vampire coast prevails.
And we will, you know what, let's sack the Star Tower. Can make a lot
And grab.
of money that way.
Luthor Harkon.
We are just 1 point away from a fast Yi. Let's do that. 1 point away from that Death Shriek Terrorgeist that we could put Luthor on top of. And let's see.
Those fools.
Let's move you slightly away from there.
More for me.
Start raiding.
Master.
So we're definitely going to have a revolt over here.
Admiral of the fleet.
I'm not sure if there's anything we can do about it besides recruiting another lord. Let's see. Lord of Vampires, Instigator, Smuggler, Plunder, Firestarter. This might be useful. You know what, let's go with Plunder. I like the gun unit rather than the halberd. Just because you get that extra little bit of range. Yeah, let's go with that smuggler.
All bones on deck. Fly the flag.
There we go.
All bones on deck. All bones on deck. Landfolk are weak.
So we've regained, reestablished control over here, so let's go back to growth. We can upgrade the settlement, let's leave it as is for now. And officer, you can take back the strength. Attrition, campaign movement range for all armies, faction wide. That might be good. And I'm also, I think we'll go with that. So we don't really need the growth.
I am the Pirate King.
Imminent rebellion, we know. And an imminent rebellion there, we don't care about. Okay, so we will call it there since we are past an hour at this point, and we will pick up where we left off. We'll pick up where we're leaving off right here in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.